going to be the 6 minutes everyone goes to the bathroom for. I apologize in advance because.
Wait, it wasn't the first time you did it here, though.
No, this is over. Yeah, this is.
Oh, somewhere. Okay, good.
Spilled my wine, so.
So this is the breakup letter. I'm a single man, and as a single man, I've done some really stupid things. So this is the end cap of some of those stupid things. Names have been changed to protect the ignorant. Dear Tasha, you seemed a bit confused as to my cold demeanor the other night. Well, the 4 Jameson and Coke Zeros that I had really didn't help express my feelings like I thought they would. I will be sure to bring this to the attention of both Jameson Irish Whiskey and Coca-Cola Company. In any event, let me try to explain why I was acting the way I was at Duke's. When we began our relationship, I was under the false assumption that it would be, for lack of a better term, normal. While we both were quite busy during the weekdays, I thought that a phone call or a text message would be returned. Not being acknowledged is the clear sign that something is wrong. I must also disagree that leaving a message once every 4 days is all up in your business. Once again, I figured if we were in fact dating, I would get a level of intimacy or closeness, or making sure I wasn't a hologram. This was not done. Our dates were also something that were foreign and strange to me. For example, I always seemed to pay for dinner and drinks whenever we went out, but I was always accused of you by being cheap when I tried to turn down several offers to head to this wicked dope party at one of LA's finer clubs. Having no concept of who Perez Hilton or that hot guy from Moving Eunice is, I was often the subject of your ridicule and scorn. I knew this was far from playful banter when you would follow it with a string of profanities, spitting, and racial epithets. The racial epithets is what really got to me. I'm pretty sure that's why we got kicked out of that place with a picnic, that place by the park, the LA County Zoo, and also I am no longer allowed at Lockmont. If you can recall, our last date ended when I saw you grinding with 2 random guys at the pipe party. You proceeded to act like you didn't know me, and then I was too drunk to know what was going on. I was just coming off of work, so it seemed odd that you thought I was drunk because I was in a suit and tie. Further, the dry heaving further belied your state of intoxication. Also, I found it odd that you claimed to have OCD and couldn't kiss or hold me, yet you felt very free to do the same thing with those skater boys. Your defense of it didn't mean nothing, and you're just drunk, were not convincing. Hopefully you now understand why I stopped calling, and why at Duke's I did my best to avoid you. I admit it was pretty childish to stare and look at the floor and keep reciting the infamous diner scene from Reservoir Dogs, but it's pretty much my only defense mechanism. So I hope that the day finds you well, and maybe one day you'll look into your cold, lifeless heart and give me back my goddamn mashup CDs. This last one is something I actually wrote for tonight. Vinatero's has been a great place. I've been here all the time, and this is kind of inspired from that. So this is really good if I had a bottle of wine, but, you know, I kind of cashed out my tab.
Foolish man.
Yes, it is. I had just placed a very awkward phone call to a friend on the East Coast. I said my congratulations to her becoming engaged. This phone call was awkward because 6 months prior to this, we had discussed flying to Boston for a long weekend. Just the 2 of us. The constant flirting and sending text messages led me to believe there was something more than a friendship. But I was wrong. And seeing as how it was Thursday night and everyone else had turned in early, this left me with a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc. Decoy if you're interested in labels. I opened the bottle, took a chair out to my porch, and started drinking. I started with the glass, but after the second glass, I just started taking pulls from the bottle. This may sound like strange desperation or budding alcoholism, which it is, but for me it was a journey of self-discovery. I had read somewhere that when you finish a bottle of wine, you find an answer. Maybe not the one you want, maybe not the one you're looking for, but you find an answer. Questions filled me as I drank. I was watching the stars from my place, but I was watching them alone. Why was I alone? Did I blow the only chance I had? I swirled and I sipped. I was going over the past relationships like some sort of black and white montage from 1995 Real World after they played Eclipse. Kat, Kayla, Annie, Chloe. Names and faces and individual themes dragged on in my mind. Highlights of cherished memories. Chances I should have took. Things I wish I could have taken back. I shook my head in retroactive embarrassment. I almost wanted to call him up and re-apologize for the things I had already apologized for. But Because of the 2011 Jack Daniels incident, I placed my phone safely in my desk drawer, so not to drunk dial. I always took precautions for drunk dialing. The bottle was halfway gone when I started remembering the good things I did. Surprise picnics, awesome concerts, hospital visits. Chloe's nephew was in the hospital for 3 months for kidney dialysis, and I was there every day. All I did was work in Orange County, go home, shower, go to LA County, and see him. I went to 5 different stores to find Amelie. This is before I knew about Amazon. I am not a clever man. I was determined in all my relationships of being the guy that makes a woman proud to call him hers. I put in work, and I did it because I was in love. Now, make no mistake, I have many faults, but I sure as hell tried to make up for it. I didn't feel like grabbing my phone after that. I settled back in my chair. I looked at the small amount left in the bottle. After the last sip, I found my answer. Yes, everyone I used to date or had a crush on was getting married or engaged or moving in together. But it would be okay. There was nothing to be bitter about. This pity party was over. The pain and problems of my past made me the man I am today. I could take this moment of discomfort. I still have that empty bottle on my desk in case I need that answer again. After the last sip, everything will